The playoffs. Are you a fan of? Are you a fan of the playoffs and the concept of them?
I'd rather be sat on a beach somewhere right at this particular moment, achieving something. But as everybody talks about, and I've had a little taste of it in 2010. The way to go up, as everybody talks about, is through the playoffs and at Wembley. Two unbelievably difficult games before that. I've got too much respect for the game, too much respect for the opposition and the opposition manager and the opposition club, to think that, because we are points ahead in league standing and we've come out of the Premier League, that this is going to be straightforward. It isn't. And obviously everybody talks about going up at Wembley, but we've got to deal with two really difficult games, first and foremost against a very talented group of players that we're up against, that we've seen here at Bramall Lane, that were very good on the night, and obviously two tight games that we've played against them. So expecting it to be no different in both games over the next 4 or 5 days.
I assume something similar has been asked of Liam Manning, but because it's two legs, does that maybe tweak a thought about how you might approach it? And of course, them clearly over two legs.
No, we're going down there to try and get a win. And if they need a win coming back up the road, then they'll be trying to do that as well. So no negative approach. We believe at our best we can compete with any team in the division, and our away record's been absolutely outstanding this season. And we need to continue in that vein of form and be consistent in our approach to every game, which has always been, we go there to win. We might have to suffer, we might get pushed back, we might have to deal with their threats. But I think they recognise as well, from our point of view, in possession, that we've got threats and we can hurt any team in this division. People
like to sort of look at narratives regard to playoffs, and look, we could talk about history and everything else, but how much is it that those that are successful just kind of have a better no regrets kind of mentality over 3 games?
In terms of what?
Well, just ignoring all the negativity and keep and pushing it to one side, and not letting any kind of fears seep in.
Well, there's negativity in football right the way through, isn't there? In everything, whether you're whatever club you're at. So everybody has to deal with that. But there's no negativity in this group. I've been consistent in terms of how the players have been energised after the Burnley game and determined to go into the playoffs and win a playoff campaign. So the proof's in the pudding come tomorrow night in our approach. But there's no change in terms of, from a tactical point of view. There's no change in terms of our approach. I've just talked to you about it. We're going there to win. But understand we're going to have to play very, very well to win a game of football at Ashton Gate on Thursday night in front of a very passionate and vociferous home crowd. I talked about, teams getting 100 points, teams getting 90 points, teams getting into the playoffs have had to do a lot of things right this season. I talked about teams that haven't done a lot of things right, that have fallen through the trap door, and big clubs. And teams that are huge clubs that have been in the Premier League that are way below us and way below Bristol City. So, as I've talked about, full credit to Liam and his team for getting into the playoffs. It's an outstanding achievement to extend their season. It wasn't obviously the outcome that we wanted, but there's been no negativity around the place. The players are focused, the staff are focused. We know what we've got to do. We're in good place. Physically, we're in a good place. Mentally, we're in a good place. We've got the full selection of a group, apart from maybe one, which is outstanding at this stage of the season. We've got options, and we've got 2 games to go and get the job done.
What do you see as Bristol City's threats then?
Well, technically, they're a really good team. They've caused problems with the shape, and they caused us problems with the shape. I didn't think we were at our best in the home game, and I thought it was possibly a fair result in the home game, which is obviously the most recent of meetings. But they've got some good players, but we've got some big players as well. So big players that have got 90 plus points so far this season. Big players that have played in big games. And big players that the group are up for the challenge against, as I said, a talented young side, well coached, a good players in that well-coached team, and as I said, the backing of a really passionate home support. But they'll have to deal with us as well on Monday night as well. But obviously that'll get taken care of when we come to talk about that second leg. But full focus has been on, and obviously trying to get a positive result on Thursday night.